Welcome back, guys, to another video. It's the man, the myth, the legend, Otaku Overlord. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about Dororo. Now, if you don't know what Dororo is, it's a 2019 anime about Dororo and Hakamaru are two main protagonists. I'm not going to say that much more about the anime, but I'm just going to be talking about why it's the best dark fantasy anime out there. Oh yeah, and I just released a video on Villain Saga. Go check it out. So, without further ado, do the intro, please. Oh, and 2019 anime are a trend now, to me. I just made 2 videos. Well, this is my second video making 2019 anime. But, yeah, without further ado, do the intro, please. Dororo, it holds a special place in my heart. I love this series for what it is. You do not know how much I love the series. But, yeah, I'm going to be talking about Dororo in detail. So if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. It's a remake, I know. But it's still, it's good. It's glorious, the animation. But beware, there are some dark moments in the show. Very dark moments. If you don't like dark moments, this probably isn't the show for you, but still stick around and watch the video and let me tell my reasons why I think it's the best dark fantasy anime, besides Berserk. But Berserk, it's kind of, it's not bad. Of course, Berserk's not bad. You haven't really watched it. I watched the first episode of the 1990 something version, but yeah. But, well, so Dororo is the little kid, and Hakamaru is like a guy who got his body taken by a demon, like by 12 demons, like the 12 Kizuki, of course. I'm just joking, but he got his body taken by 12 demons, and by his dad. Pretty gruesome already, because his dad wanted his land to prosper. He's a samurai lord. And yeah, this series is already gruesome. When I first started this series, I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, it said dark fantasy and violence, the genres, but I didn't know what to expect. Now, Dororo is like a up and going thief, and Hakamaru is a blind fighter who's out to kill all those 12 demons who stole his body. The series preaches about what it wants to preach about. It yells about what it wants to yell about. It makes you feel sad in those moments that it makes you want to feel sad about. Like when Hakamaru is trying to save the girl because she needs a land for like the foster kids that were bad, like that lost their parents in the war. Like they were trying to find land to use to do right, like to grow rice, because that's what their dream was. I really empathize with that moment. I mean, not personally, but it still shook me as amazing. The art is beautiful, of course. The art is beautiful in a lot of anime. Some anime, like, no examples, but yeah, it brings to the table what it has to bring to the table. I think the remake, I mean, the original. I haven't watched the original for this video. I'm not really going to be talking about it too much. This is really the only time. But the original is something else. It's kind of the exact same thing, but a few elements are changed about the two main protagonists. Like Hakamaru, he isn't deaf. At the beginning of the series, like, he didn't lose all of, well, he can talk, but since he's deaf at the beginning of the series, in this version, he can't talk. He like grunts and stuff like that. So I find Hakamaru so cool as a character, and I find Dororo so compelling as a main character also. But the one problem that I have is that they changed the name of the series, Mappa Studios. Not really a bad thing, but I think Dororo to Hakamaru was a good name for the series, especially since the show isn't just about Dororo. I mean, closer to the end of the show, it became more focused on Dororo, but from the beginning of the show, Hakamaru was the first person that they showed on screen. I mean, not on screen, but like first protagonist when his father, since he like was like a boneless baby, like sold all of his body parts. They put him in like a river and he flew away, like he floated away, and he got prosthetics to fight with and stuff. But more towards the end of the series, is it 12 episodes? I think it might be, no, it's 24 episodes. 24 episodes, it capitalizes on the story, and the story is beautiful. It doesn't sit back and wait. This series doesn't really even need a season 2. That's how good it is. It explained the story that needed to get done. Hakamaru got all his body parts back. His dad was defeated as main villain. Dororo, story concluded. Like the guy who stole all of his dad's money and stuff. His story concluded. He got all of like the people that his dad worked with killed and stuff. Dororo's dad. Which, yeah. His story concluded with that guy. And I really like how the series came together as a series in general, especially as a dark fantasy series with all the demons. And I like the genre of the series, of course. The genre is beautiful. It's not bad at all. Dororo puts the story together, and then it's like this. It doesn't leave the soda unfinished. You open the soda, you drink it, you finish it. It just did that. And 24 episodes, Mappa Studio did a nice job with the fluent animation. I love their studio. People criticize them about Attack on Titan, the final season, but I don't really care about the CGI as long as I get some Attack on Titan. Like, people don't understand that. Like, they're going through pain and blood, sweat, and tears to put animation on the screen, which I really appreciate. There's really no CGI in this series, actually. Nope, it's all hand-drawn. The whole series is hand-drawn, which I really appreciate that they didn't take the cheap way out on any of this. Not saying they took the cheap way out on Attack on Titan, but it's still beautiful. Yeah. Dororo is a beautiful series. Hope you check it out if you haven't already. I really didn't spoil anything, but I'm sorry if I did, if you haven't watched the series yet, but Dororo is great. Not to plug here, but go watch my other video, Film Saga. Let's get back to it. Dororo. I'll talk more about the characters now. Dororo, he's an ongoing, like, he's a little thief. Like, he tries to steal stuff. And then one day he just meets Hakamaru when he's about to get attacked by a demon. Which is kind of luck. I say it's luck because if Dororo hadn't, he probably would have died. Because he was getting beaten up for stealing these guys' stuff. And yeah. I think the priest is also a good character. He's basically like the mentor to Hakamaru and Dororo. I mean, he's not really shown. He's shown in like some episodes, which I really like that they gave him screen time since the beginning of the series. I mean, they could have easily just said he was in places and not even shown him. But like, even if they did that, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't, just because of how the writing is. I like the screen time that they gave the priest, like I said. I also love Hakamaru's brother. His brother, because the feudal lord of the samurai land had to pass on his blood somehow. So he had a brother. So Hakamaru has a brother, and I like their rivalry. He's like, because in the beginning of the show, there was like this Buddha statue that the demons had destroyed when Hakamaru's whole body was sacrificed. And I can't believe he actually survived that, though. It's kind of crazy to believe that. It's like he had a brother, and he always felt like his mom was neglecting him, which I could really see that happening. She lost her son before, and she wasn't ready to move on to a new son. But since he was her lord, like, she had no option. Because he was the lord of the land, she had no option. And then when I feel like that when the land started dying because of the demons, it was a nice touch. I mean, the land, like, what did they do? I think they helped the land. It was a nice touch. His dad, Hakumaru's dad, nice character, nice antagonist. Like how his role played. In the beginning, he didn't seem like an antagonist because of what he did. But he started to become more selfish as we started to learn him more. He started to become more selfish. Even though he was still kind of a good person because of what he did for his land. But it was either his land or his son. I can understand that, but yeah. That might be all for this video. Honestly, I talked about everything I wanted to talk about, hit all the points that I wanted to hit, and yeah, the Dororo series, 2019 series, you should watch it. It's good. You should watch the original too, if you can. It's good. I haven't watched it. Probably won't ever. I'm not saying it's bad, but or you can read the manga. I don't know anything about the manga. It came out like 19,000 or 1990 something. No, it came out in 1980s, 1960s. Yeah, 1960s. The manga is pretty old. But without further ado, I'm gonna end the video here. Hope you enjoyed. It's the man, the myth, the legend, Otaku Overlord. I'm the Otaku legend here. Do the outro, please. It's creator notes coming up. Don't leave the video yet. Okay guys, it's creator notes time. So, when I was originally planning to switch to anime content instead of gaming, this was one of my first ideas because the show encapsulated me. Like, when I was thinking of the idea, I just happened to run into this show, and beautiful. I watched a video by Mother's Basement, and I looked on YouTube, and there wasn't many videos about this topic, about Dororo. And I think there should be. Dororo is pretty good. It's rare. I'm not gonna say underrated because the people who've seen it have probably love it, but just because there's a lot of people who haven't seen it, that's why I think that nobody's really talking about it, because there's a lot of people who haven't seen it, but there are a lot of people who have, but it's probably not underrated per se. It's more of unviewed, if that's what you want to call it. So, yeah, I'm thinking of more video ideas. Might not release any more today. One more might be coming out. I'm not going to do it on a whim, so if I don't come up with any ideas, then I'm not going to do any more ideas. I'm not going to come up with one just to get another video out, but I'm going to try to keep a consistent upload schedule. And I'm not going to keep apologizing. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's Otaku Overlord here. King of Otakus, Legend of Otakus. I'm out.